Lovely ones, we're talking energy. Just a quick reminder as we're coming up into the season and all the happiness that we so wish to embrace, the family and all the gatherings. This is a time when our hearts and our souls seek connection, communion, holding each other, joyous moments filled with love and light and companionship and kindness and consideration. If we were to stop for just a moment and ask ourselves, what are we really longing for now as we come into the end of this year? What is it that we are wishing to bring in to our beautiful being? Just stop for a little while and ask your beautiful being and hear what this says. It is the sense of being connected, feeling love, feeling honored, holding each other. So why is it so hard for us to go into our family settings and not feel that? To feel all the displays of performance and all the attitudes, all the systems, the belief systems that we come in with and our own sense of how it should be, rather than just accepting what is. It becomes very difficult being in a family and being with so many different personalities and belief systems and ideas, and then having to come all together and then have this lovely event, a Hollywood-style Christmas or Hollywood-style end of year or New Year. It's such a setup, isn't it? So that we have all these expectations. So if we do not match these little Hollywood expectations, then there is this massive disappointment and this feeling that we're just not good enough, we're not worthy enough, and there's something wrong with us because we're not feeling this so-called facade of energy that we should be feeling. So what do we do with all of that? Well, first of all, perhaps in the new year, we could throw out some words, some belief systems that no longer serve us. So I'm going to challenge you as we come into this new year, throw out these words. I must, I should, I have to, I need to. Just see how you go with that little lot. It'll be quite an interesting journey, I can promise you. When I made a commitment to myself to really monitor all of the ways that I was using these words, I started to also notice the burdens that's in those expectations, those places of I should, I must, I need to, I have to. And when we are placing ourselves in a state of being burdened, responsible, there's a heavy energy in us. So if we are going into our settings, and if we are going into family settings that we have agreed to go into, perhaps we can go in with a different attitude. Instead of I must, I should, I have to, and the energy is already awful before you've even arrived, perhaps we can go with the idea that there is something that would be of value for me or the other, and I'm willing to look for that. I'm willing to seek what it is that could be of value in this setting that perhaps does feel very awkward or heavy or filled with duty, obligation. Start noticing what you could bring in just by holding it in you, not by expecting anybody else to subscribe to your thoughts and your ideas. But you hold that different energy, that different feeling in you. Just hold it. And then also throw away the idea of expectation. This is something that it needs to look like this so that I can be happy. Whenever we hear our awareness saying so that, we know that we are in a very sticky space. This is conditional energy, and it is such a damaging frequency. So see if you can get rid of all these games, all these stories, must, should, have to, need, burden, responsibility, and start loosening up the space around your own ideas around this. Ask what you can bring in that does not rely on another seeing you, hearing you, valuing you, or connecting with you. What could you bring in that is simply for you? And perhaps that is just to respect yourself, to honor yourself, to love yourself. Maybe that's all you need to do. And then watch the conditional energy. If you're relying upon anyone else, you are giving your energy power away. go back to you and hold it for you and for no other reason except that you are the one who is holding something that is different to the chaotic signal that is resounding around you perhaps. Give it a bash. Lots of strength as we go into this end of year, and may we start to make some new decisions that really serve our heart, mind and soul in a different way. So much love to you. Thank you for you. Namaste.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here